Hello, sunshines. I am Shauna, aka Creative Stitching Diva, and I am the one and only Graphghan Queen, bringing you another Graphghan tutorial. And then this happens. Alrighty then. Stop yelling. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Poor Rhea didn't know how to flip the camera. With that being said, let's get into our tutorial. Why not to carry your yarn? All right. I'm going to show you how to not show your carried yarn. We are not going to carry the yarn. Why? Because if we carry the yarn, it will look... So while I'm doing my tutorial, I hear this noise outside, and it's a little girl and her mom outside, and the mom is just screaming at her, and I just wanted to get over with the tutorial. But this happened. After 10 minutes of distraction, you don't want it to look like this. You don't want this to show. So how do we fix that? How do we have this look like this and not this? Okay, so let us try. I'm gonna show you how I do mine. And it's just basically having all of your yarn in the right place. If you're using bobbins, which I'm only using it for demonstration purposes. I do not like bobbins at all, but for demonstration purposes, that's why I'm using it. Okay, so I'm going to go over here, and then once I get to this part right here, I'm going to add booyah. There's no need to carry the yarn at all. You have your yarn hanging on this side. It's going to be on this side. Then you have the middle, and then you have this side. And the reasons why I do that is so that I do not have to carry. I don't have to carry at all. And it may be a lot more work, but you want your work to be neat. So the best thing to do is do not carry. Before I finish, check this out. Hold on, sunshines. You need a logo, website, and business branding ideas? Check out Lightwork Designs, one-stop shop for all your branding needs. Link in the description below. Just say the Diva sent you. So you can see the difference in how the line right here versus up here where there's absolutely no color change whatsoever. There's no color changes anywhere else on this sample besides just right here. That shows you that this makes a difference. You don't want to see your carried yarn in between your work. It makes a difference. See? It makes a difference. So the best thing to do is to not carry that yarn, right? Because we want our work to look as clean as possible. See the difference? When you do not carry that yarn versus when you do carry the yarn. And I crochet really tight. So this right here, it's like you gotta literally like stretch it out to see it. But for those who crochet really, really, really loose, yeah, it's gonna be harder to mask because you're crocheting really loose, so you can see. And it's best to not have a stiff blanket. You want a blanket that's not stiff. So carrying the yarn causes stiffness, like in tapestry. Tapestry makes the real big baskets, and you want it stiff. So we don't want stiff. We want nice and soft and beautiful. Here's a couple of still shots of how my work is. See, we don't want that. No. We don't need that. We don't need all of that. We want clean, and we want crisp, and we want clear Graphghans. To show how I keep the yarn from not having to carry, and to make sure that it still looks good, I'm going to show you what I do. I'm going to use my pop, lock, and drop method. You do not have to use the pop, lock, and drop method, but it's up to you, okay? So as you can see, once I get to the point where I need to change my color, I am dropping this yarn right here that I just finished, that color, and I continue with the white. So I'm going to keep going until I get to the end. My yarn is done. Let me add more. So I'm adding more yarn. Okay. And turn. So when I go to the next row, this is where I'm going to add my tail. Okay, so I'm doing half double crochet. And I'm going to put the tails on top of my hook like that. And yarn over, pull through one. Yarn over, pull through all three, and then keep going with my pop, lock, and drop. It does not have to be pop, lock, and drop. And then keep going until you have to change colors again. Now, there's one more left before I have to change colors with the yellow, well, the gold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the tail, because I could catch this tail back when I come back. I don't want it to get into the way of me and my gold. So I am going to not put it on top of my hook. Leave it to the side. And then yarn over, pull through one, and stop. When I stop, I'm going to drop that white, pick up the gold, and change my color. Okay, so once I do that, I'm going to tug down on this a little to make sure that it's flat, it looks good, it's sealed in there, and boom. Now I'm going to continue with the gold. Until I get to the white again. And that's all you need to do. Is so every time you have to change your colors, you drop that current color, you pick up the new color, And then you keep on going. Every single time you have to change colors. And bam. Now, I am going to drop the gold, pick up the white, go in, all right, and bam. And continue to the end. Again, I'm going to seal the deal. I call it seal the deal. Make sure that this is in there correctly. And continue with my pop, lock, and drop until I reach the end. Okay, so now that I reached the end, this is how my work look without carrying the yarn. And this is how it look in the back without carrying my yarn. So each time I have to change colors, you will see the yarn hanging from the last point you left off at, like that. So I have 3 different sections in this particular sample. If I had, you know, multicolored, then I will have all of them hanging. And again, as you can see, it's all hanging from the back, nothing in the front, because you do not want to distort your image, even though this is a block. But, you know, if you have an image and you want your image to look clean and not blurry, this is the best thing to do. And yeah, so booyah, this is how you get some clean, clear, crisp looking Graphghans. Thanks, sunshines. Until next time. Bye.